Hello guys, what's up? This is Shark talking and welcome back to my channel. Well, this video is about a little visitor event. This event is a collaboration with Final Fantasy Record Keeper, and title is here on our game, and some of our bosses and animations are on Record Keeper for people to play out. And I'm seeing a lot of newcomers coming to our game, so welcome if you're new to the game, if you're watching this video for the first time. This event's quite nice. There was a lot of good things coming along with the event, like the new chest that we can purchase with gold. I made a video about it. You can get some good stuff from it. It's good value, especially the legendary evolution set. The other not so much, only for those that do purchase a lot of this game. So the thing is about this event, there's quite a lot of stuff that may seem noticed because, and first of all, let's just click on it. You can see that there's Thrash Revolt on your right, and Thrash Revolt is something that was quite nice when it was introduced on the Bravely Default event, but the problem was that the farming for the keys was kind of intense, way too much intense. There was too much farming, intense farming, the drop rates were terrible, and you had to farm for it like crazy. But this doesn't happen here, and I want to talk about it, but before we talk about it, let's just keep a look on the event itself. The first stage is called New Character Experience Quest, and we can test a new character. There's two new characters, title is free, and then we have Scholar Mistina. Scholar Mistina is using the new event weapon. It's a Dark Element Staff, one that we were severely lacking, but unfortunately this one is not that good, I think. There's two empty slots, but there's no passive to it, it's just more drops from the event. So, but at least it does extreme damage, and it has 3 uses. Well, let's just go give a look on Scholar Mistina on her banner to understand if she's good or what else to this character. Well, she's actually a character from the closest is the end of the 2nd generation, but she's still a 2nd generation character. She's not a 3rd generation character. She has something interesting here, and let's just click on her picture, and you can see she has very high status, just like the end of generation characters, and all of her attacks are from magical, but not all of it are the dark elements, so she kind of needs a dark element staff, different than Amelia. Amelia, all of her attacks are from the dark elements, if I remember correctly. Let me just check it here. Amelia is also a character from the dark element, and she's also a mage. Let me check. And she's also given from free. She's very easy to use. Yeah, all of her attacks are from the dark element, so she's easier. She can use any type of staff, and she will still be performing dark damage. But that's not occur with Scholar Mistina. She really needs her staff from the event, and if you don't get it now, we won't know when we will be able to get dark element staffs. This should be still on the banner after it concludes the event, but I'm not so sure because usually when there's a collaboration, the weapons belonging to the collaborations won't stick. Mithril Rod is a weapon like this, probably because it's from Mithril. Is a very common element on Final Fantasies. I'm not so sure. So this weapon also doesn't have a passive, but the action skill is very interesting because it increases. Let's just check in here. Increases lightning resistance and creates a shield. Just the shield is the same thing that the Death Graciato's sword does. But probably here we don't know what exactly is the value of the shield, and you need to increase the action skill further, or else you won't be able to get it to the max. You can see here. And well, there's 2 uses of it, and he covers a teeny amount of HP. It says teeny, but it's not that bad. I saw someone testing it already. But you see the 2 weapons are very good. The weapons are from the last generation of weapons, the same similar status. But then we have to give a look on Scholar Mistina, and she increases the allies damage by dark damage, and it says on the Japanese datasheet that it increases the critical hit damage, not the critical hit chances. It sees critical hits here, so you have to take this with a grain of salt. But the first skill, it greatly increases mag and damage dealt by dark attacks, just like the characters from the 2nd generation, and after that the 3rd generation as well. And she also draws fewer enemy attacks and improves her critical hit rate, her own critical hit rate. So her normal attacks will probably do a lot more, and even the action skill damage. But then her limited skill is very nice because it's that one that waits 3 turns, and you can use it to inflict like 30% increase it or 40%, usually 40% increase to action skill damage. It's very nice for people that focus on doing action skill damage. She still doesn't have anything very different from her because she's more limited, and usually limited characters don't have that stuff like that outshines other characters. So that's it. These are the weapons and the character, and both have bonus drop on the event, and the event has only one part, so even the character and the stats give the same drop rates plus to the thing here. It doesn't even say what more fragment you get from equipping this staff. They probably forgot to add the information. It says fragment of knowledge plus, but doesn't say how much. Okay, let's just, it's 25. Should be 25. Like always. So, okay, let's just get back from here. I'll talk about this scene. Let's talk about the event itself. Let's close here. The event itself is very fun, I should say. But it's better for people that are already playing the game because you kinda need to use special and specialized squad with some type of element, not exactly element, but weapon type is more important in this event. Weapon type is the most important thing on this event because the enemies are very resistant to all other weapon types besides one, besides a single one. You can actually open the weakness to staff all the time, but you actually need the staffs from the event. So if you don't summon for them, you won't have any way to open their weakness to staff. But staff is not that good usually because the best characters we have are sword or great swords. If you don't summon for mages, or you don't usually use mages, this doesn't mean too much. So well, you can see that we get Title on the first stage. Title is very good, actually very good indeed. He has very nice status we can check here. He's actually on level 50. So you can actually see how much status he will get when he reaches the next level. You can see that he will reach 1.8 mag attack, or at least very close to it. The mag defense is very high, and he will also get very close to a K, 7.5k probably HP. It's very nice status. This guy here is something for you to invest to get some status for your character assist, especially if you want more mag defense. And mag defense is becoming even more needed in the future. Even his 5 spell defense is not that bad. He's a mag that's a little tanky, and he's also very nice. His passives are interesting. His attack are very good for a lot of hits. You can see the Tornado and Fight are very nice attacks. Shine to Daga does only 3 attacks, but the other 2 are very nice. He passes 25 hits. It's very nice. 25 if I remember correctly. Let's check the passive. He has very nice passives as well. Increasing magic and lightning damage, draw more enemy attacks, increase defense and might. So he's a little of a tanker. This is the same thing that it happens with Arne Green, or he draws more enemy attacks and increase defense and might. Probably the values are not so high. We'll be having to do a review on this character. And he also has a skills that affects all the squad. For a free character, this is way too awesome. This guy here is the best, technically the best free character we had so far. I still like Rene, and I still like killing the others, not mentioning Leon, Mercurius, the other characters, but especially from collabs, these 3 characters are the best. Rene, this guy Tyro, and also Killing. And you can see that allies gets more increased resistance to ailments. It's very nice, and something that another mages had like Jelanda, but it was not for everything. You may also have something similar, if I remember correctly. It's very nice to have this, and he also has a very nice combination of colors. He's still lacking yellow, the best one, but the other ones are not bad. And his limited skill, he sacrifices on 1 level of Purification Gauge to just get more attack and mag for all allies. This is probably 5% only. Limited skills that work like that way is just that. But this boy is very nice because we will be getting his artifact for a unique ore, but we will have to get to enough value on the collaboration. We have a page for it, and they are asking for us to click on like and share so we can get this stuff. It's here. Final Fantasy Record Keeper crossover event. Please click here. It's not here. Let me check for it. There's way too many. Campaign. Here, clicks on the campaign, go to official page, please, and give like and share so we can get these gems at least. And there's this other thing that I want to talk. It's just that every day we'll be getting this a little visitor quest that will give us 200 gems for a day for 7 days. So this equals 1.4k gems and more 1.5k gems. So this is almost 3,000 gems in a single week if we manage to get everything. At least the 1.4k will be for everyone. Okay, so let me just close here and I will go back to the event and talk about the other stuff. So, like I said, this time we still have the trash reward from Bravely Default, but it's way better. When we click here on Exchange Boot, we will finally understand why. First of all, this event has a very standard currency. There's only one currency and it's called Fragment of Knowledge, and it follows that pattern that the last stage you can get 74 currency or 222 currency if you're lucky. This is something like 25% to give a triple, but I'm getting a lot of triples here. I don't know if they change it, evaluate the rates, or I'm just lucky, but I'm getting a lot of triples. So they also changed the values from the chest, as I will be talking now. The treasury chest key type C, you see that it starts by 20 instead of 25, and the second one instead of 50 is 40, and the second one instead of 150 is only 90, and for the last one instead of 300 it's 200. What happens is that with 4.9k currency we can get everything. So what happened to me is that I only had to refill for full AP 3 times to get enough to get all the chests. So the farming time is like not even 20% of the farming time of the Bravely Default event. You can see that they reduced the farming by quite a lot to make us happier. They are probably hearing our complaints, but not exactly as we like it. They just don't announce they are doing the changes. They are doing the changes in the shadows, like I could say. But the important thing is that they are making changes to the game, even though some people can see it. But I can see, and I see that they are just trying to reducing the farm sometimes, but they still have their limits because they don't want the game to have nothing for you to do. So besides the treasure keys, we have some new things here, and we finally got the E-Crystal. The E-Crystal is used to give a very powerful enchant skill for a character. These ones are used to even replace their innate enchant skill. I can say this because this AS burst increased quite a lot of the action skill damage for a character. But you can see that it's a 6-star enchant skill. The characters come imbued with a 5-star enchant skill, and this one is even stronger, but you have to spend 3 of the support tickets to get a single one. And usually you have problem trying to raise the level of it, because in the end you have to just use 20 of the gold scrolls in. Just give a look on how many gold scrolls we have. I farmed all of it. I shouldn't, but I just did because I don't know, I'm a masochist. I think we will need to check here. Look at how many gold scrolls we have. We have 19, and with 19 we can at least reach 20 and reach to level 4 of an enchant skill based on a 6-star. And then we will probably have to use a dupe to get to level 5, because 20 is too much for just one level. From level 4 to level 5 it costs 20. So you probably need 2 of them to get the max, or else you just leave on level 4, it's okay, it doesn't have damage of a difference from level 4 to level 5. But this is here, finally here, we can use it, and well, we have another thing to talk about here, and just the other good stuff from this event. We finally get some good stuff. This event is easy to farm if you're trying to farm. I will talk about the best stages when I leave this page. We have a Key of Guidance, Yggdrasil Branch, Legendary Rainbow Stone. We only lacking the bangles. They are very important, and there's not many events with bangles. But these items here are good, and we have this Tratamento, this word. This Tratamento word here is very not uncommon. It's very uncommon because we don't usually get the Great Sword from the Lightning element, but remember that The action skill from them are considered very heavy, and this is like 2 to 3 steps back from what we are getting. Extreme damage is just way stronger than this. It's just like actual skill 1 from Extreme is even better than a full very heavy because of the status and the multipliers, okay? So, but if you don't have something like this, it's still usable, you can get it. Or if you don't want, just try for Divine Fragments. The Legendary Rainbow Stone is important, and Key of Guidance is for veterans, okay? Silver Scroll, like, it's very nice to get, and Bronze Scroll, not so much. But you can see there's no Gold Scroll here, it's very strange. We have 2 new orbs, and I recommend you guys getting, and this is it. The other items are not so important. The only one is still important is the name of this Hero Memory 5, okay? All the other things are just like the same, and just focus on the last ore and shard for Mark III, and only get the other items based on what you need. So I will just closing here and talk about the best place to farm, and it's Challenge 3. But if you can beat Challenge 3, Challenge 2 is not that far from it. You have to farm on Challenge 2, is way better. And this, like I said, this event is a little harder because it needs you to have full squads of same weapon type to get enough stuff. So, well, I think this is it, guys. I will be making a video to open all the treasure vaults so you can see if it's worth or not. But at least this time is not costly. It won't take quite a lot of time for it to find. I don't want this video to take more time of you. So, thanks for watching this video to the end, and please subscribe if you haven't, and we see each other on the next video. Bye!